Welcome back, guys. This will, it won't be the last part of this construction. I've just done cut the paper out and then stuck the wood to it. It's not the most brilliant job. Most of this is going to be hidden anyway, but I'm still getting back into it. Okay, next bit's to do some painting, white and black. So I've just got to work out how I'm going to do it. I'll probably just go ahead and do it. Don't give me an indication as to where the black and the white start and stop. So what I'm going to do is paint the whole white. That's a good start, and we'll go from there. See you in a few seconds. Here we go again. Right, I've done the white. So what I want to do now is just put some masking tape around the body here. Just mask it off. This tape is brilliant. It's just a pain to get it out of the packet. So I've got no guide at all as to where the tape line should be. So I'm very much doing it by eye. So going by what they show. We just how far up the back does it go? Okay, so okay, it's about there. This could be fun. The tape's a little bit tricky to work with. I'm just going parallel to the top. I'll take it out there. And then do the same on the next row. Does anybody else do this? Get this tape rolling. I think that's going to be fairly even. Just going to join the front and the back. Right, now we'll paint this top bit black. Put this tape away. Fold the end over a little bit so we can see where the tape starts the next time. So with it only being 2mm tape, you just have to bear with it. So, black paint. This is when you hope that your black paint is still liquid. Put a little bit of water in there just to help up a bit. That's better. this paint, when you mix it, it really mixes up well. Right guys, didn't do anything yesterday because I had an appointment with my eye doctor. It was a routine appointment, which turned out to be not so routine, as I'm now stopped from driving until I get my cataracts sorted. Came out of the blue, I must admit. So anyway, I got an appointment to have the work done later this month. So I'm kind of, I would like to finish this ship before I have to start messing about. That's not too bad. I'm just going to touch up some of these little white bits. Quite pleased with how that came out. Mix up the white paint, get the little brush out, and it is, as you can see, it's just little touches here and there. So I'm quite taken by that. It's basically where the paint has managed to leak under the tape. There's only a couple of little bits, and you can be quite critical of it. So there we are. It's not too bad. Remember, one side of it you won't see because it's going to be against the ship. Right, so it's a little experiment as well today with my video. I got my phone fully charged before I connected it, and I'm looking at this picture on the monitor, which isn't too bad. Now, what was I going to do? Oh yeah, first of all, mark this video to the right size. So the next bit is to put some bars across, and it's all WS15, so reference to the chart. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, yeah, consider I'm nearly at the end of this model. I'll try and show you. So I don't know if you can see that because I can't get my mouse to move. There we go. On the chart you get a list, and you can see here WS15 is 1x3. The 300mm is just the length of it. So 1x3, which I think is what I had accidentally used as planking. 1x3. Well, that's halfway through. Okay. have to do a little bit of hunting. I think I've just found the whole pile out. It's lost its label, so the usual trick. So you can see what I'm doing. Oh, this is 1x4 by the looks of things. Yep, it's 1x4, that one. Just to show you, 1x4. So, got the right thickness, wrong width. I'll come back to you in a second. Had a little dig down the box, and what do you find? 1x3. So, and a few little bits to go with it. I don't think we need all of this. Probably use these little bits more than anything. Okay, so get switch the vernier off. Right guys, there's all the, I don't know what they're called, seats, whatever. I'll wait for the glue to dry and then I shall stain them, and then we'll start putting some hooks and things on. So I'll see you in a few seconds. Right guys, as you can see, I did the oak finish on all the cross pieces. No, and the outside paint doesn't look too bad. And all in all, considering the mistakes I made with it when I started, I'm quite happy with that. So now we need to make some holes for I carried on filming it, building this little boat without filming. You can see that the rudder is painted, the rudder rings are installed, the pulleys are installed, and the oars are installed. It's very much similar to the other two little boats, but now I'm ready to put it on the ship. I will film that, so I'll see you in a few seconds. Right, I think you can see I've already installed the pulleys. Now, the way the pulleys are done is they're mounted 6 mils from the end of these outliers, both sides, and then this little pulley, not a pulley block, little, what do they call them, spigot or whatever, where it's going to be tied off, is 21 mils back from there to the front of it. So they show that you start the thread behind it. I've actually done it underneath the pulley, so just to be awkward. Right guys, I've decided not to install these two intershaft cells in the mast cells. Let me show you why. You have a large one and a small one. The small one obviously goes at the top, up here. You can see already how it is going to get folded up underneath all the other ropes that are here. That's the first one. The second one is obviously a lot bigger. It also goes in between all the ropes in here and goes on this top rope. You can see how the fun it's going to be trying to get that in there, because it has to sit on that top rope. So it would sit around all the other things. I think it kind of look a bit untidy, so I've decided I'm not going to fit them. So the ship part is effectively finished. No, it's not. There is a couple of little bits to be put on, so it's not finished. But they won't be put on until the next video, which will be the completion video for this model. So I'm going to stop this video here. If you like what I'm doing, subscribe, share, send it to your friends, get them to subscribe as well. In the next one I shall do the base plate, the base stand I should say, and the nameplate, and do the last little bit of construction which goes on the main mast. It's just a Instagram chain so lightning could strike at the top and it will run down the chain and end up in the water. So for now, that's it. See you in the next one. Right, into the next stage. I've got the little rings here. So, and I've drilled the holes in the hull already. The biggest problem I have here is trying to hold on to these, the little ones that are going to be glued. So let's see if we can do it. There we go. Right. So the chain is down. I'll go back and put the links in up to the ropes in a few seconds. First of all, I've got to try and get these in position to just slip the chain through. Should be easy ways to do this. I just hope you can see what I'm doing, guys. It's not the simplest of jobs. I wonder if I can just do it using gravity. You can do it just using gravity. Look at that. There we are. That's where it goes. And then it goes across to this one over here. Then to this one. and the last one is here. Just yeah, you can probably imagine what would happen. What would happen on a ship of 144 cannons if they got lightning strike? So it's going to go below the waterline, which it is. I'm just going to let it dangle. I'm not going to cut that short. Basically, take it just below the waterline. But you've got to think if the ship was moving, that would run out behind. So I'm just going to put some loops. Oh, I just seen. Okay, I can do that at the top, I think. I got the wrong side of the rope. There we go. And you can see how the chain lies differently now. So, 4 rings it shows. So let's try putting them on. Not the easiest of things to put in, because you have to get it around a rope. That's the easy part. Then you've got to get it through a chain. That's the difficult part. It wouldn't be so bad if some of these rings was open. There we are. So, put it round the rope. Easy bit. So, I rerouted it, brought it all down the right way, add it in the wrong place. So, one more ring to put in, which I'll show you. So, I want this ring to be down near the bottom of this yard. They are, as you probably realised, quite small. You have to be careful that you don't pull on them too much. So, around the yard like that, and squeeze it back till it meets. Just the 2 ends meet like that. And it came off. It's down near the bottom there. The hardest thing is to get the loop to go through the chain, not round the rope, because getting it round the rope is the easy part. Keeping it there is something else. This has been, it's typical. I've done 4 without even looking at the camera. As soon as I put the camera on, it doesn't want to know me. There we go. So, now we're going to do the dropping it down through the rings again. You just have to be careful that you don't tie it up with other things. So, Down through the first ring. Second ring should be fairly straightforward. There we are. I think the third ring was fairly straightforward as well. It's typical that the fiddliest bit is the very last thing you do, isn't it? There we are, that's it in position now. That worked out not too bad. So the last thing in the instructions to make is this nameplate, the base plate. I don't know if you can see that. Let me reposition the camera. Right guys, I don't know if it came out or not, but the chain is now fastened in 4 places down the rear yard, all the way down, and then down through the, through the 4 rings. One there, one there, one there, one there. I'm not cutting it off. It just says below the waterline. Well, it is below the waterline. And the last thing in the instructions is to make this base plate and paint the nameplate. And then it says, congratulations, you finished. So let me stand the ship on its base plate and I'll take some more pictures. Hello guys. Well, have you seen my camera died right at the end of the filming there? I don't know what's been going on with my camera lately. It just runs out of power. Anyway, that's the ship finished. I shall now make a decision as to what I'm going to build next. Keep your eyes peeled on my channel and you'll probably see it. Okay, see you on the next one.